Leo, how you doing? So I'm at home. I've had the day off work because I'm selling my car today. Jimmy or Alan, how you doing? So Leo, because we had such a great performance, please make sure you smash that like button and share it with anybody you like, even Sharon or Karen. So you could have a Karen around you, someone that's constantly complaining or moaning, maybe. I'm also hearing maybe there's a baby, so there might be a baby involved here, something to do with your siblings, maybe. But I'm also hearing maybe there could well be a new baby, Jono. So there could be a baby. Anybody's got J in their name, maybe, or the baby could even be called J. I don't know, but I'm hearing "Don't call me out." So something to do with around a Leo, but it could be Alison. I don't know, A or J, AJ. I don't know. Is it a name? AJ Simpson? AJ. But I'm hearing maybe there's a baby. So someone here could be pregnant, or it's something to do with this. No, they're saying someone's pregnant. Ooh. So if you didn't know, I'm a psychic medium and all that sort of stuff and whatnot. And if you haven't followed me, then follow me. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the bell and all that stuff, John. Anyway, let's see. So Leo, next 48. I've got to keep turning around here because the TV broke, bruv, when I got another TV and it's over there now. But never mind. So next 48 hours for Leo. Me pushes. What's going on with them? So 4 of Pentacles. Money on my mind. We're going to have to save, especially if there's a baby. But saving money, or very stingy or very tight, doesn't really spend too much. Spends more time worrying about money and earning money than actually spending it. Okay, there could be more going out than in, and now this person's kind of like, shit, I feel like an In-N-Out burger. Can we go out for a burger tonight? No, I can't afford it. Like, well, you got more money than I have. You got more money than Sainsbury's. You got more... oh, sorry, I nearly said a slang word there by, you got more claret than Sainsbury's. But like, I don't know, you could work at a shop, Sainsbury's, Tesco, anything like that. But I'm hearing like, can we go out for a burger tonight? But you're paying. So you could be going to an In-N-Out burger, McDonald's. I don't know, you Americans have got like, what, 50 or 60 different burger joints? Don't come to England if you like burgers. We've pretty got McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's pretty much it. So anyway, let's see. Something to do around burgers and food. So you or your partner may be carrying excess weight. But like I keep hearing, now if this doesn't relate to you, right, obviously when I do numerology, Aquarius and Leos are 8s. They're both major arcana 8, as well as you could watch this as a life path 8. Okay, so it could have something to do around an Aquarius person, a Leo person, or a life path 8 person. But I'm definitely hearing that somebody is pregnant and they're carrying weight. Okay, now there might be a weight issue that you or your partner may be dealing with, underweight or overweight, featherweight. Some of you could be interested into a KFC and having a fight with a bucket of chicken, or someone that fights for UFC. But I'm hearing either underweight or overweight. Okay, so I'm picking up something to do with around food for the next 48 hours, Leo, being a concern of somebody that is in your soul group here. Okay, I will put the camera down in a moment and show you the cards, Dave. That is my spirit guide, by the way, Dave, the camera that follows me around everywhere. All right, Dave. Let's see, Leo. Leo, next 48 hours. So you got 7 of Swords. Ooh, so it's like running into a brick wall. I tried talking to you and I tried telling you, but you don't ever listen. Every time I got a complaint to make, I put it to you and you basically just avoid it. Now, if the person has F, Steph, Jeff or Steve, like I do, which is ADD or ADHD, as they now kind of consume that it is, this is my ADHD card. You're not focused and you're not paying attention. You seem to pay more attention to the television or to work or money or something that you want, other than actually paying attention to where you're going, what you're doing. When you're driving even, you may start to lose control because you don't focus on what you're doing and you focus more on other things that are kind of going around. It's a little bit like, Steve, you're right. You're like, sorry, what were you saying? You're like, well, I'm just trying to get your attention at the moment. I just need to talk to you about some money. And you're like, it goes in one ear and straight out the other, brother. I've got no idea what you're talking about. I don't understand. You're like, but why? Well, I have ADHD. So why is that important? Well, it's not emotionally or mentally stimulating enough in order for me to be able to hold focus, right? So people with ADHD can also come across as very arrogant and stubborn because they're not actually focused. And in order to be able to get their attention, this is where it breaks down in communication and relationships, Leo, is that when you're talking to someone, if they are not like mentally stimulated, okay, by a conversation that you may hold with them, they'll soon drift off and you'll be like, hold on a minute, I'm trying to talk to you. And you're like, where are you? And you're like, sorry. And you're like, well, am I boring you? And you're kind of like, well, if I'm honest, yeah. Like, that is the mind of an ADHD person. They cannot seem to hold focus for too long on a subject or matter of someone where it is not mentally stimulating, not emotionally. They will be emotionally distant, but that's because they're not mentally stimulated long enough to hold their concentration, right? It's not their fault. They have ADHD. Okay, it's a mental illness. So this person, you may see them as trying to talk to them and they don't listen, and it's like trying to talk to a brick wall, to a person that physically does not ever really pay attention to you. Get it? Attention deficit disorder. Why are you not paying me any attention? Is it the person or is it the mental illness that you or they or both of you are trying to fight? Because if you're fighting mental illness, you will lose the person by confronting their mental illness. You'll have to tap into their brain and say, oi, ADHD, come here, I need to talk to you a minute. Stop distracting my partner. Good luck. So you're not fighting the person, you have to see, is that you are fighting a mental illness. So there has to be some sort of understanding in order to make this work. That is message 1. Message 2. If this is not an argument or anything like that that you are having or had with this person, then this is an individual part of the card reading that relates to the person that is with ADHD. What you are focused on, if you have it, is more to do with what you want, the way you see things, and it would more than likely be about being underpaid. I very much doubt you're being overpaid, so I would say it's worrying, because people with ADHD worry quite a lot. That's why you'll see them frantic, and that they could also have anxiety, because anxiety is created by what? Fear. What is fear? Worry. What is worry? Fear and worry combined makes anxiety and panic attacks. Okay, so this person could be very frantic at this time with a lot on their mind, and they're focused more on their money, of what they feel that they can remain in control of, other than feelings and emotions of a person that they can't remain in control of. Okay, so that is message 1. So now you've got the Page of Pentacles for the next 48 hours, which is something maybe to do with where you could even come across as the Aquarian part of the 8, where someone has children with an ex-partner that it's like trying to talk to my ex-partner that doesn't want me back anymore. And the only thing that keeps us bound together is the children that we have together. Okay, so we have children together. That's the only thing that keeps us bound together, of where I have to keep going over to see him or her. That hasn't changed a bit. They're still exactly the same as what they was before. They haven't changed an iota. Okay, and that's basically that. Now, if you guys are more than likely at odds or evens, or with Stephen, then there is a Page of Pentacles to say, well, I'm still thinking about you, but I'm really more concerned about my financial situation as it stands at the moment, of whether I can actually afford to do much today or tomorrow or the next day. I've really got to start concentrating more on the revenue that I'm bringing in, whether it be enough or not. Okay. Well, I'm also hearing Sir Lance a lot. Lance. Some of you might work at a hospital or something like that. Lance, Laura. Lucy, Lucifer, could be a Gemini or Capricorn placement. Place, if I say place, you say could be a fish, which would mean cod, haddock, fish. That would mean Pisces. Leo for the next 48 is again Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, and also Glenn and Gen. Some of you could be from Scotland. Okay, if you're from Scotland, raise your hands. I've been up there. Well, I went to Blackburn. I went to Manchester driving. I'm in London a lot. Any of you from London? I was in London yesterday. God, Jesus Christ, man. To London, right? From where I am takes about 3/4 of an hour to an hour to get to London. To get into London takes 2 hours. It's an absolute headache to get into London. It takes such a long time to get into the centre of London. 2 hours. From the outskirts to the insert. 2 hours. Anyway, oh, lovely job. Hold on a minute, Leo. We need to turn the magical new old television back on so I can actually see about putting these down. Really, bruv? Tell me that you wasn't actually looking at the wall for quite a while, were you? So anyway, here I am. Here's your cards. I hope you wasn't. This is the annoying part of not having the television over there. So, Leo, next 48 hours. Well, you can go off what I was saying, Leo. Leo, next 48. Now, you might not be speaking to this person here. There's a passionate, loving, creative side to you at this time, feeling very warm. There could be sex on the cards here. This person's got a big old todger, Dave. The Jolly Roger. Is that something to do with Pirates of the Caribbean? Caribbean girl. Anyway, Page of Pentacles for the next 48 hours for Leo. What's that involving? Four of Cups. Told you. Hopefully none of you have got a 5 in your chart, Leo. If you're a Life Path 5, a Sagittarian, or a Taurus placement, fish also, y'all going to have a lot of problems with the 4. Okay, I've gone over it before. Okay, explaining to you how Taurus and Scorpio are the opposite ends of one another. Because Scorpio and Aries are both 4s, and Taurus and Sagittarius are both 5s, it doesn't matter about the star sign, it matters about the numerology of how it relates in the tarot. 5s and 4s are always trying to talk to one another that never listen. Sagittarian can get very angry and very inward and then outward and explode with anger when they realize the 4 is not paying attention and listening, and you'll both see each other as a stubborn, arrogant bitch and asshole. Okay? You don't never listen. You don't never open up physically, mentally, and emotionally. You have ADHD, so you're emotionally distant. You only think about yourself. Okay? Does it sound about right? Now, some of you could have children that have disabilities around ADHD. Some of you are at odds with this person and you're actually not speaking to them at all whatsoever, and you're not speaking, okay? Which relates to you watching this tarot card reading to see what they're doing and stalking the shit out of them here. Watch the 7 of Swords. The Devil, there you go. So there's the 6 energy that I said about Capricorn or Gemini before. So there is a very toxic pattern of behavior around someone's weight, also around their consumption of what they're eating or maybe drinking. Now, if you was driving a car, okay, if you was driving a car, would you put fuel, if you put fuel in your car, what happens to it? It gets heavier. So if you put fuel in your car and it gets heavier, would you drive it around for 5 hours to lose weight? No. No, you wouldn't. Because it's way too expensive unless you've got proper petrol or gas that goes in the car. But you still wouldn't drive it around in order to lose weight. Again, What meaning does that have? None whatsoever. So some of you, some of you are, like I said, there is this mental illness or illness. Some of you, there's like a sex addiction or an addiction of food, they keep saying, like this. There's also someone that's trying to get away from their children, or it's something to do around their mum, their mother, or children, or because I said that there might be a baby or children involved in this right at the beginning. And this is like expecting some kind of like bad outcome, like I'm expecting something to not go as well as planned, like, but it's to do with siblings here. Tell me more about the Four of Pentacles, because this is always like, this is like a dirty stock. Man, y'all got, how many fours you got? 4, 4 and 4 off. There's like this blocked communication here, right? Both of these kind of mean blocked, and this means communicating. So whether you are communicating with this person or not, it's still like trying to talk to someone that isn't listening, right? But it's like, it's also like someone that's also trying to lose weight, but they're really struggling with it with no lack of motivation and no motivation to do it. But that's probably because there's sugar in the food that one's eating. It's sugar right here, because this is an addiction to food. Like I said, an addiction of food isn't a habit, it's an addiction, right? So you're fighting an addiction, not the person. The person is dealing with the addiction, but that could mean that there's a lot of sugar content, right? Carbohydrates and sugar, because that's what's addictive. Like food actually isn't addictive. Sugar is addictive. Being hungry. See, people fear when you're on a diet. I mean, look at the size of myself. But what I've learned by a lot of things really is that hunger is something that people fear, when you actually shouldn't fear being hungry, but people do, because they relate it to putting on weight if they eat. And then they start to fear the fact that if I go on a diet, I'm going to be deprived of all my favorite food and not going to be able to eat it. Okay, so I fear being hungry, when hungry really is a celebration to say that you're hungry, you're going to enjoy your food. Like I said, it's not about like how much you're eating, it's about what you're eating. Okay, when you look at consumption is fuel or anything like that, it's about what you're putting in the car in order to make it run. What you're putting in your mouth depends on how hungry or not hungry you're going to be. If you smoke and you smoke a cigarette, it's only smoking a cigarette that actually makes you want another one straight away after. Right? If you eat sugar, it's only the sugar that makes you want some more in about half an hour. It's a temporary fix. It's nothing that actually sorts itself out. It's a hell loop of things that don't never seem to work, right? So it's the consumption here. So that could be a channeled message for some of you that is going on in this reading. And I am going to end it there, Leo. So if you've just found this channel, because I think there was 38 people that subscribed when I did another Leo reading, I am considering maybe coming back to YouTube more on a permanent basis. I am giving it a little bit of a break because I have been doing it for years. A lot of people have been saying that they really want me to come back, and I would love to. But it depends if the revenue picks up. If people start joining and clicking and subscribing and watching the videos, joining Patreon or joining the button below where you get all of your weeklies, your monthlies, and also teaching educational videos. If you join that, and that gives me more inspiration to be able to start doing it again, because it would be more lucrative. I have to live. Okay, if you guys help me live, I help you guys out by giving you more readings. Okay, so if you would like to join, you can join Patreon. Silver, gold, bronze, silver and gold, all at different prices, different stuff you can get. Or all of the monthlies are half done and they're nearly done, and you can watch those either on the join button below or Patreon bronze tier. They're both the same. Bronze tier, if you want to join Patreon, are the monthlies. Join button below are also the monthlies, and loads of other stuff that you also get over on the join button. And then Patreon is for the weeklies, the monthlies, and then also like the teaching stuff, right? So it's all below. It does tell you, but please join. Like I said, it's $2 or $3. It doesn't cost you much. You get a lot in return for $2 or $3. My advice is just join the join button below for YouTube. It's easy, it's quick, you get a lot for your money, and it really helps me out. The more intrigued I am to give you your readings, the more readings you'll get. So thanks very much, guys. Really do appreciate it. All links are provided below, and I'll hopefully see you next time.